Gala Games' highly anticipated mobile turn-based RPG game Champions Arena is finally upon us. Let's go! We're so ready to play this game. All of us have been holding on to our NFTs. They had like a playtest like not a long time ago, but some months ago. And literally after that playtest, and this is coming from a guy like in traditional gaming, I really don't do mobile games. I'm usually on the PC, or PlayStation or whatever. And nowadays, like Web3 gaming, right? But this is one that really had our attention here at Crypto Cashflow, and we had to showcase this and talk about it because it's coming August 23rd. That's right. So before we get into that, if this is your first time here on this channel, welcome to Crypto Cashflow. We teach newbies and beginners how to buy, sell, and secure cryptocurrency, and how you can become your own bank and build up even more wealth, power, and freedom in Web3. I got tongue-tied there in Web3. So if that's something that you're rocking with, make sure you go down and subscribe to the channel. And if you don't have a Gala Games account, the link is going to be in the description below, so that way you can sign up so you don't miss out on Champions Arena, because this is about to blow your mind. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Then I'm going to switch over to this screen right here. Champions Arena awaits. Gala Games recently visited the Champions Arena team for an up-close look at the development of the upcoming turn-based RPG. So I'm just going to read off a little bit here. Ready your champions. Champions Arena is a turn-based RPG where you'll play as any of over 100 champions, each with their own styles, skills, and strengths. As you progress your champion can adorn a wide array of gear and auras to further customize how they battle, and each can be upgraded into several more powerful versions of themselves. So I think that is pretty cool. You can upgrade yourself and level up in the game and reach different tiers. Gameplay is based around tactical turn-based battles, but Champions Arena also features both individual and guild PvP. Now, I thought that was cool because in the game, I'd honestly, like when we first played, didn't even know there was PvP. Like any game that I'm playing, Marty and myself, we're always looking for that PvP aspect because it just makes things fun, right? So any of your champions can be dispatched for exploration and adventure to find vital resources, or they can stay close by your side to be used in PvE environments, player versus environment, PvP, player versus player, or co-op mode. As your champions win glory on the battlefield, they'll gather new spell and skill cards to help them in battle. Weaker abilities can be combined and make more powerful versions, but no matter how powerful their spells and players will have to manage their energy properly to win the day. Players will have to carefully cultivate the best Nexus in their champions in the battle if they want to be the best, and timing will be critical in the rising of the crowd. So I think that is cool right there. Like I said, I don't really play mobile games like that, but this one really caught my attention. Now the team behind this right here is One Universe. If we come over to their website, you can see some of their things that they've done, the studios, the metaverses, different projects that they have under their portfolio. But this is the developer of this game that is developing it on Gala Games right here, and we can see that right here. So this is a developer. Platforms will be on PC, iOS, and Android, and it is in development. So this came out pretty quick though. I didn't expect this to be live like immediately. So I love the speed at which Gala is putting these things out. And that's another thing about Gala, y'all. Like, out of all these projects in the metaverse, right, they're actually putting things out there that you can play, that you can beta test, and they're putting live games out there and actually developing these things like in front of our eyes. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to go, because I know that this is huge. Mobile games, right, in like the Asian markets and all that good stuff. So I actually got invited to a few guilds that I have to check out. So we'll see how that goes. Nexus bundle. So I wanted to come over here and talk about this. Actually, I want to talk about this real quick. So mobile ready. This playtest is available right now on mobile and PC and Android devices. The developer of Champions Arena are committed to making a great game that both desktop and mobile players can enjoy. So if you're not all into mobile, you can also experiment with it on the desktop. More than likely, I'll probably be playing this on the desktop because I'm at my computer a lot. But when I'm on the go, I'm definitely going to have my phone there. And the mobile version, I can say in the beta test was amazing. I didn't have any bugs. It wasn't anything like glitching like in the game like whatsoever. It was literally seeing like the game was done even in beta. Okay, so let's see, is there anything else down here that we need to read off? The fight begins. All right, cool. So coming over here, let's talk about some of the assets that are actually inside of the game. So they had a Nexus bundle sale and an estate bundle sale, and we're going to talk about what these are. So the Nexus bundle, the Nexus is an important part of any aspiring player's tool set. And Nexus allows players to attach NFT champions to it. Those champions can then be accessed by other players to use them in battle. Victory points are awarded to champions used through the Nexus, which will be split between the players using them and the owner of the champion and the owner of that Nexus. Okay, so there's different ways to earn rewards there. The Nexus is a powerful force. It seems to draw power to you as you possess it. Purchasers of this Nexus bundle will also receive a special champion, Veronica. This champion is only available to Nexus purchase holders during the initial sale, and future sales on Nexus holders will be allowed will get a new bonus NFT each time Nexus bundles are sold. This will be based on new snapshots each time a Nexus bundle is released. So I'm going to show you that Nexus bundle in just a moment, but let me see if I can get to the estates. All right, so the estates. So following the sale of our initial Nexus bundles, the first estates will be available. This will give owners the chance to stake their claim in the World of Champions arena early. So I'm looking at this as more like land that people are going to be building on. People are going to help you level it up. And there's basically like on these lands, like different things and resources and tools within your kingdom that are going to benefit you overall. Okay. So an estate allows you to recruit other players. I think I just read this, but an estate allows you to recruit other players to your cause. These allies will fight alongside you, but also help you develop your land. Members of estates enjoy access to important tools such as the Altar of Summoning and access to a shared pool of rewards based on their team's success. Players usually must pay a fee to access the estate's functions, adding additional gems to the treasury of the estate owner. Owners can always set more favorable rates for members. However, since the Nexus bundle purchasers get a chance to act at the first real estate, it's basically real estate though, estate owners during our current playtest, it only seems fitting to give them the opportunity to continue that honor. So this sale was only available to people that had access to those estates. And I'm looking forward to it. You know, there's still some details to develop like around this game, how Nexus and estates are going to work. I don't feel like everything is out here. I feel like there's things that may be added on as well, especially around the characters, because if we come over here, this is actually a wiki for the characters, and you can find this inside of the Discord as well, and I'll probably put it in the description box below. But there's really no details as to, you know, their types or rarities or their skill sets or anything like that. But this does give you a good idea of what you should be looking forward to in the game. They actually had 4 or 3 champions that they sold. Someone can correct me in the comments below. But they have 3 or 4 champions that they recently sold on their website, but I couldn't, obviously they're not here anymore because I can't remember if they sold out or they just took them off of the store, but there's nothing available for sale on the store right this moment. The only things that are available on the market, if we come over here to OpenSea, are Nexus, Estates, and then some of these character boosts that they dropped us for playing inside of the game during May Mayhem. Let me see if I can go over here to items. Yes. So they have these items right here, and this is the champion that we got when we purchased the Nexus bundle. So don't quote me on this. I believe when they have other Nexus sales, maybe we'll get champions. They didn't say that specifically in the article. What they said was that you would get, what did they say? Nexus, let me come back up here to the Nexus sales. They said this champion is only available to Nexus purchasers during the initial sale. In future sales, all Nexus holders will get a new bonus NFT. So I'm not sure if it's going to be one of these NFTs right here, a champion, which would be really cool, or if it's going to be some of these support characters. Now, these are the Nexus and Estates. If you just want to check them out, I'll open these up in a new tab. So you can see the Nexus. There's small details here. So Nexus NFT is a rental vehicle in the Champions Arena. And then Estate. So this is an Estate NFT in the Champions Arena. This allows owners to interact with other players, run a guild, and collect the fee for various services. So I feel like Estate owners are going to be cashing out. Now, I don't know how that's going to convert over to like actual value. I do know that the token for this game is going to be Gala. So we're going to be paid out in Gala. But I have no idea how all of that is going to work. I think we're all just going to have to get into the game, start working things, and start seeing how those transactions spit out at us. Okay, so next things that we're going to cover here is just going over this. So Meditated, shout out to Meditated. He created a summary of this AMA, and we're going to end it here in just a moment. I'm not going to go through this whole AMA. I actually just want to show you this trailer because this trailer is freaking insane. It is insane. It is way better than any trailer they've put out there. So we're going to check that out in just a moment. But Champions Arena summary. So the game will be launching to both app stores and on desktop August 23rd. Traditional polished mobile game with earnings in the form of revenue sharing. So I think that is really cool. 15% of all revenue spent in the game in microtransactions will be given to players in Gala tokens. So I think that is really cool. This is one of the coolest things that I think about mobile gaming right here, because if you were to go to any game on here, any game on your PlayStation, all those transactions go back to the company, right? You don't get any of those rewards. Everything that you spend in the game is only an experience that you get to experience there. So we need to point out that problem right there that they're solving that is massive, that may attract people, that you get to play a game now where you get to interact, have fun in that game, but also reap some of the benefits and rewards that you're spending in that game and that other players are spending in that game. If you all don't think that is crazy, I don't know what to tell you, but give me a mind-blown emoji or something like that in the comments if you think that's crazy. And once again, just to say this, if you don't have a Gala Games account, go to the description and go sign up for one right now. You don't want to miss Champions Arena or anything that Gala's doing in their ecosystem. So VP system for winning games with NFT champions in addition to normal game rewards. If you're familiar with Spider Tanks, they have a VP system. Maybe it's going to work something similar to that. You can only rent one champion from a captain. Other three must be grinded on your own. No more Nexus or estates will be sold until the game needs it, which is crazy because there's only 300 or so estates right now inside of the game. And I don't even know if all those estates sold. I think they might have taken some off of the store. Champions can be summoned in-game for gems and can be minted into NFTs using gems. So if you have gems inside of the game, I'm assuming, don't quote me, I'm assuming that you'll be able to earn champions and summon them using the summoning altar that we saw in the article. And then you will be able to mint those into NFTs if you have enough gems to do so versus having to buy them off of the Gala store. That's just my assumption. Like I said, we're going to see what it looks like when we actually get in game. But guys, are you excited for Champions Arena? Are you excited for what Gala Games is doing? Going back to the post that Benefactor put on Twitter, nobody's doing what Gala's doing right now. No one's building up this much excitement and keeping people, how do I say? Just excited. I guess that's the best word for it, right? Just excited. So I'm going to go ahead and play this trailer. Hopefully the sound sounds good. I tested it before I actually recorded this. So let's just go ahead and play it and see what happens. Should be starting in just a moment. Did it freeze? Oh, there we go. One boy was like, give me a World of Warcraft vibe there.
Champions Arena.
Woo! Listen, y'all, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what does. We're going to go ahead and end it there. I hope that you all got value out of this video. Like as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you all love Gala, if you love Web3 and Crypto Cash and what we have to offer here. And make sure you sign up to check out Champions Arena for that Gala account. You can go to cryptocashflow.com/Gala Games. All right, y'all. We love you and peace. See you in the next one.